Here you are to segment 2. I'm going to assume you got through the DART problem. Now, it's really not absolutely critical if you have the right answer or not. Now, I'm not one of those guys who says it's not about getting the right answer. It's about the process. I believe right answers are important. We do want the right answer to problems, especially if they are going to make people safe and make a difference in the world in some way. But in this case, for this moment, I really wanted you just to attack a problem and share your thinking and engage in math practices. So, if you're not sure what the answer is, don't Google it yet. We'll share maybe a little later. But in this session, what I'd like you to do is focus on the math practices, especially 2 of them, math practice 1 and 3. So the idea here is this. Read through this. It's also, I think it's in the Google group area. But read through the description from the Common Core Standards about what math practice number 1 is all about. Make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. I hope you had the opportunity to do that in the DART problem. But read through this and look for things that jump out at you, things that you agree with, things you disagree with, things that might offer some opportunity to discuss with your team. And then likewise with math practice 3. As you solve the DART problem or came up with what you hoped was a solution to the DART problem, I asked you to share your solution. So you had to construct a viable argument, and as you shared that argument with others, I hope you were able to engage in this idea of critiquing. So likewise, read through this explanation of what Math Practice 3 is, and then be prepared to answer the following questions. By the way, both of these are right from the Common Core Standards. These are not my words. About what math practices 1 and 3 are all about. So take some time, read through those, see what jumps out at you, see what you're interested in, and then here are the 3 tasks. First of all, think back now on your DART problem. Did anything occur that you can attribute to any of these? Oops, I said 3, but there's really 2, math practice 1 and math practice 3. So share this with your team. And then number 2, imagine a classroom where these mathematical practices are part of the goal of instruction. So imagine you're teaching in such a way that each day, because this is not a once in a while thing, this is sort of an each day K-12, students are developing these math practices. If that is a goal of your teaching, what does a classroom look like? What are students doing and what are teachers doing to exhibit the characteristics of these 2 mathematical practices? And then thirdly, think about your classroom and your teaching practice coming up this next year. I want you to just start thinking ahead. How are you going to help students to develop these mathematical practices? Enjoy. Post on the Google group and engage in that. I hope you have a good time fighting through the DART problem.